So today we are heading to the garden as we take a look at the children's animated show, Fifi and the Flowertots. The series follows a group of flower and insect-based characters doing activities and having adventures throughout the garden. The show lasted from 2005 to 2010 and had 117 episodes in total. So now we have the background. Let's take a look at a couple of episodes. First up we have King Stingo. So Fifi is at home as she spots the viewer and reminds us who she is. She sits down as she falls asleep. Bumble comes crashing in as Fifi asks what the matter is. He says Aunt Tulip has lost her pet caterpillar. As Fifi is shocked, she gets in her car as she drives off to join the search with everyone else. Aunt Tulip is upset as Stingo is watching as he has located the caterpillar. He calls his mate Slugsy as he gets out of bed. Stingo explains what is up as Slugsy feels bad for the caterpillar as Stingo says he is going to steal him. Stingo says he can be a hero if he finds him. He says the Flowertots need to know who is boss. He shows Slugsy where the caterpillar is as they return him to Aunt Tulip. Aunt Tulip says he must have a reward as Stingo then says he wants to be a king. Everyone is shocked as Fifi says it is their own mistake for asking. He becomes king as they all bow down to him. So Poppy is stocking up her market stall as Stingo and Slugsy arrive. Slugsy introduces King Stingo as he then lists a long list of things Stingo wants. Poppy is stunned as she packs the basket full. Poppy demands payment as Stingo forces Slugsy to pay. So they get some honey from Bumble as he is very angry at Stingo. So Fifi visits Webby as she says she needs to make a cloak for Stingo as everyone is annoyed at Stingo. They say they have been invited to watch him eat, so they are annoyed. So Aunt Tulip comes in and says to challenge him to a dandelion tickle as then they will become the true king or queen. Poppy says one of them must challenge Stingo as everyone looks at Fifi. So Stingo is drinking away as Slugsy announces he has a challenger to his crown. So they start the tickle challenge as Stingo says he can't see anyone as Fifi arrives on boat. They begin the challenge as Stingo laughs and loses the crown. Fifi becomes the new queen as she asks the viewer what she is missing. They give her the crown as everyone celebrates. She then gives a speech to say the garden belongs to everyone. She wants to punish Stingo and Slugsy but she forgives them as she makes them share their banquet. The episode then concludes. Next up we have Count on Fifi. So Fifi is doing the laundry as she says hi to the viewer. She says hi to Pip as he wants to play hide and seek. Fifi says she has to help Bumble with his honey first. Pip is upset as he leaves. Fifi heads to Bumble as Fifi counts the amount of honey pots Bumble has. They count 5 as they load up the car. So Stingo is watching on as he wakes up Slugsy once more. Stingo says he wants the honey as Slugsy says he can pay. Stingo is annoyed as he then thinks about taking Slugsy's money. So Fifi is heading to the market as one of the pots falls off. So everyone is waiting at the market as Stingo butts into the front of the line. He doesn't care as everyone tells him off. Fifi arrives with the honey as she gives them out. They give out for as Stingo wants one. They can't find the last one as Stingo is frustrated as he heads off. Bumble asks what to do as they head back to look for it. Stingo is in his treehouse as he is desperate for honey. Pip asks Slugsy if he wants to play as he agrees. So Pip hides as Slugsy tries to count to 10. Pip asks what is taking so long as he is still counting away. So Pip takes a nap as Fifi and Bumble are still looking for the missing pot. They catch Slugsy trying to count as he explains what's going on. Fifi helps Slugsy as he agrees to look for the pot. They count together as Stingo wants honey as he is about to explode. He shouts at Slugsy as they finally get to looking for Pip. They find Pip sleeping as he reveals the missing honey pot. Everyone cheers as Stingo is throwing a tantrum. Slugsy comes up and gives him the honey. They count up to 5 as the episode ends. Finally we have Compost chaos. So Fifi is looking for something as she spots the viewer. Her and Bumble are looking for a bucket as they then find it. They pick up the stuff as Primrose comes running in and says she needs help fixing the garden while Violet is away. Fifi says yes as they help her. They pick up the weeds as they ask Primrose to do some digging. She picks up the spade and washes it as she then gets mud on her shoe. Fifi gives her some wellies as Primrose says she doesn't want them. Fifi then tries to remember something as she asks the viewer for help. She then remembers compost as Primrose doesn't know what compost is. Fifi orders Primrose to get some as she and Bumble continue with the digging. She heads off as we get a worm as he starts to sing. Primrose meets Diggly the worm as she asks for some compost. He says he can get some stuff right away as Primrose is shocked. She falls in some as Primrose then runs home covered in compost. Bumble says she smells okay as Fifi explains how compost works. Fifi tells her not to worry as Primrose says Diggly isn't happy with her as they all head to see Diggly. Fifi orders some compost as he won't serve Primrose. They argue as he refuses to serve. Bumble says to give him a present as they give him their bucket from earlier. Diggly is happy with Fifi as he doesn't want to help Primrose. Fifi tells Primrose what she is going to do as Diggly gives the compost. So we get Primrose dancing around in her kitchen as she sings along with Diggly. So they have built the garden up as Violet comes home and likes the new garden. She shows off the flowers as they head back to Diggly to show the flowers. She trips and they fly straight into Diggly's head. He likes them as Fifi then wraps up the episode. Overall, Fifi and the Flowertots was a great children's show as the characters were funny and the setting was a great idea that hadn't been done before. Stingo is likable and the show appeals to everyone. It is a must-watch. So thank you for watching. If you have any TV shows you like to see me do, put them in the comments.